Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. And today we're going to be talking about the new firmware released for the Canon R5 and the Canon R6, which is version 1.6.0. All right, first and foremost, as I say during every firmware video, if you're someone who uses your camera to make money, or it's your daily driver for your business or anything of that nature, you may want to consider holding off a week or two before updating your firmware. You never know what these firmware updates could break that people unfortunately don't realize until they've updated and they've started using daily, and you don't really want that to happen to your business camera. Now, with that being said, let's get into the rest of the video. Now, this isn't going to be a super long video as the firmware did not change a whole lot. And unfortunately, one of the major things that was not added with this firmware was the removal of the record limit on either one of these cameras. If that's something you were looking forward to, unfortunately, we are out of luck once again. And at this point, this may be something that's just not going to happen for either one of these cameras. I feel like if it's something that Canon was going to do, that they would have done it already. Now, with that being said, the firmwares for both of these units were pretty much the same, with the exception of one thing that was exclusive to the Canon R5, and that will be the thing that we go over first. And that is an option to kind of remove your overheating cutoff limit on the camera. You now have an option where you can have it as standard, which is the auto shutdown method that is currently intact for when the camera overheats, or you can set it to high, which will let you surpass that limit and continue recording. Canon has given a warning that your camera may get extremely hot, and depending on the weather conditions you're in, could get more hot than you probably want it to. For anyone using this option, this is something to keep in mind, that it is possible to get your camera so hot that you could ruin the internals over an extended use of time. Now, again, as I said, this option is for the Canon R5 only. Now, the next feature is going to be for people who shoot photos in the HEIF format. You can now take those photos and convert multiple at one time into JPEG. As it stands currently, you were only able to do that one at a time, which could be very tedious if you had a lot of photos and you wanted to do that conversion in the camera and not have to do it on your computer. Now, this change won't affect most people because I don't think a lot of people shoot in this format to begin with. I think a lot of people are either shooting in RAW or JPEG and converting to what they need to when they need to. Now, the next change may be a little bit more useful for people who are vlogging or doing videos with more wide-angle lenses. This update will enhance the performance of the movie digital IS stabilization and try to help prevent some of the wobble and warping that happens towards the edge of the lens if you're shooting with it in full frame mode. Now, one of the things that many of us have found is that if you just get the widest angle lens you can and you put it in crop mode, this fixes a lot of those problems to begin with, as you're going to crop away from those edges. Plus, your 4K video tends to look a heck of a lot better than in standard 4K. But there are going to be times when you need the maximum distance of that lens, and you're not going to be able to do that in crop mode. So hopefully this fix to the digital IS will help in those situations. And the fourth and final fix is it fixes minor issues. We have no idea what those are. They aren't very clear as to what they are. So maybe over time, as some of us are using the camera, we might notice things that were working better than they were before. Now, that's all of the changes for this firmware, so that's going to wrap this video up. If you like the video, please hit that thumbs up, as it helps the video and the channel greatly. If you like the video and want to see more content like this, please consider subscribing to the channel and hit that bell notification. That way you get alerts anytime I put out a new video. And with that being said, until next time.